Alrighty. Welcome on in, everybody. Hopefully the game is going to show up here. There it goes. I was launching the world. That's why I had the starting soon screen. It takes an indeterminate amount of time to actually start up the world in the All the Mods 9 Let's Play. So today we are getting progress towards this whole thing, and I just need a lot more resources in general. So what we're gonna do is we are going to start looking at what resources we fully need. I know, like, things like emeralds. We need a ton of emeralds. We only have 2,000 blocks of emeralds, which is not a whole lot. If we had a let's see, spawn egg. If we have a Vindicator, that may help us. We have tons of Blaze spawn eggs, so let's just go down to the mob area and go replace the Blaze farm with a Vindicator. That should get us emeralds over time, but I need to find a more permanent solution. That is the Strider. Where is the Blaze? That is Creepers. Okay, Blaze is over here then. No? Oh, this is the Drigby one. Didn't we get another Drigby spawn egg? Or no? I think that's why we kept it here. Okay. Let's go replace one of these other ones then. Creeper. We got one Creeper spawn egg, so let's just do this. And this should get us emeralds at a pretty decent rate. And we should see that actually back up top. We go down here. Yeah, we are getting a pretty decent chunk. I see him coming in every so often. Okay, so that should work for now. So how are we going to do resource generation overall? Because we're going to need a decent chunk of different resources. And I mean, like, iron and gold and stuff, I think we're pretty decent on. So I'm not too worried about ores like that. Let's see. So we've got 72,000 diamonds, 900,000 that, 400,000 that. Let's see. So the reason I'm looking at this is because we needed this dimensional seed, and we need a ton of these kind of different materials, right? So these are base materials. These are netherrack, endstone, dirt, obsidian. Do we actually have places for these? So let's grab some functional storage upgrades. Let's go for 64 of these. Might as well. So we just need to slap that on basically all of these, I think. Because that one's almost full. This one's almost full. And then dirt, which just needs to better one overall. It's not even close to full. So how do we produce dirt? Let's start there. So dirt. Dirt can be produced with mystical agriculture. Let's see. Cellulose, kaolinite, and water. How did you make these? So gray glazed terracotta, or you can combine other things. That gets complicated real quick. Okay, that's not an option that I want to go down right now. Could dry out mud. Let's see. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking this. But I know we've done this through mechanism with this. So that would kind of be like counterintuitive, because we've already made dirt downstairs. Hold on. Where is that actually? It's right here, right? Because this is where the sand gets thrown into and then dirt is made. So we actually have like a area where dirt is produced, right? And so what that means is we should just straight up look at maybe adding a buffer to this, like a large buffer. Um, and I know this system was kind of made a long while ago, actually. And it's got fails and fail safes and all of that stuff. Trying to think. Let's just rebuild this whole system. That's what we're going to do for dirt. We're going to rebuild this whole system. We're going to have it to where it has its own sand generation and everything. So that way it won't affect our current sand generation in any capacity. And then that way we'll just be able to kind of make it and not have to worry about that much. Okay? And I think we'll do that in this live stream here. So we need crushers. Crushing factories, more or less. So let's just grab 3. We need lava. Where is my tank of lava? It doesn't look like I actually currently have a tank of lava, does it? Okay, let's go grab some lava then. And since we really still don't have generation of lava, we have a lot of like missing gaps, and that is for sure. But I really just have not been focusing on a lot of this stuff because it's kind of the same things over and over and over again. And it's not too boring, it's just I don't want to keep doing something where we potentially, burn out on because we've done something so many times, right? And I think that becomes the issue of kind of this whole playthrough is like I'm trying to be new and creative, and sometimes that's a little harder, and that's why some episodes are kind of missed or shorter or anything of that nature. There's a lot of factors that may lead to the shorter episodes, like trying to just make sure one concept that's kind of more sophisticated is understood, especially by me, because sometimes if I don't make it short enough or if I make it too long, those more complicated subject matters do get a little bit more strenuous and a little bit harder for me to even understand. So, whole bunch of lava here. This way we can just use this at the base when we need lava. I forget how much these ultimate tanks can hold. That is for sure. And I don't think we're going to go too long today. I do have some plans for Occultism's Dimensional Mine Shafts. I actually kind of want to look into that during this live stream here. Because I have some ideas on how we could actually get that working and automated. So I do want to run that past everybody. And see if we can figure some things out. Almost there. Okay. So now we just go back home. We're going to grab some buckets. Okay. And then we should be golden. And of course, let's just toss this in here. So, crushing factory. We'll go for 3. We'll grab functional storage drawers. Let's go for 128 of those. And I think, so while this is crafting, we actually also need some infusing factories. We'll craft those as well. Let's go with just 4 for now. But what my idea is for the dimensional mine shafts, and if we were to get, I think this is the highest one. I'll be right back. Alrighty, so we got the infusing factories, but with the dimensional mine shafts. So I'm pretty sure this is the highest one, this master miner one. So these aren't that hard to craft, it looks like. Let me see. I don't think that's right. Or is it require the lower tier now? Because it used to be you just required a lamp. What was that called? This right here, the empty magic lamp. Did they make it to where it's tiered? Hey, how you doing, Q? And they may have made this to where you have to craft all of them all at once. That is a problem. I was thinking we could automate this, but that is a no-go. Okay. That is a no-go and a half. Yeah, if we could automate it, it would be cool. But I don't think we also have any repair anvils or anything like that. Repair. Let's see. We do have mending, but I don't think mending's going to work in this case just because we'd have to have it in our inventory. But I am banging my head against the wall for resource generation and some good old-fashioned modded Minecraft. That's all I know. Type in lamp here one more time. Or dimensional mineshaft, isn't it what it's called? So these can have unbreaking, mending, curse of vanishing, unusing. It'd be cool if you could actually mine ores and they would actually give mending effect to that, but I'm not sure. Yeah, we're trying to get the kind of final end goal here of the ATM Star. I am out of my depth, very much so, but I'm working on getting more resources and stuff because I don't have enough dirt. Out of all things I don't have enough dirt. This layer. Okay. But yeah, like dirt is apparently one of my downfalls because I don't really think I need a whole lot of dirt until the end of the game. I need like 60,000 dirt. Who would have guessed? I wouldn't have. Do I not have the Insanium farmland craftable anymore? I'll just do it that way. Okay, so we'll do F3G, make sure we don't have... We have the ability to kind of mine back into this wall. No, hold on. What am I doing? You can tell I just got off work because I am not thinking clearly. Okay, so we're going to do this. We're going to do creative hopper botany pots. Grab some pipes. Ultimate upgrades. This. Create wrench. There. Ultimate. And then, of course, we want a trash can. Actually, no, these are carrots. We can't get rotten carrots or anything, right? I don't think there's any surprises that I have if I do something like this. It's just carrots. Okay. I forgot I was growing carrots, honestly, for a second there. That's fantastic. Okay, so those should be growing. We should be getting carrots. And then what we can do with these carrots is we will do... Do I want to do... Hold on. I'm losing my mind. That's also what I'm doing this episode. Because then we should just be able to do crushing factory. But do I want to have it out this far? I don't think it really matters. So then we'll have drawer. And then we'll do an ender chest into the main system for dirt. So this should equal biomass. So we'll pipe into the back of these. And then we're going to want some mechanism upgrades. 1, 2, 3. I guess I probably should keep those, but that's okay. Yeah. So those should be good. The only thing we need to do now is provide power. At flux. Look at me mining gravel again with a pickaxe. Nope, that's a fluid pipe. You know, I still think that I do make a lot of mistakes, like on color. I don't know why, but it's like that fluid pipe. I knew I was going for orange, but for some reason I grabbed blue. I don't have any defense against sometimes me like seeming like very very much so colorblind. I'm not colorblind. I'm just stupid sometimes. Let's actually grab some of the advanced pipe upgrades here real quick, so we don't waste a whole bunch of the ultimates. But that should be biomass. We just got to make sure we actually are input out back, output on top. And then we actually want to auto eject. Okay. So then we'll grab configuration card. Do that to the rest of these guys. And that should be shooting off biomass. And then with biomass, we will then get... that's going to look weird, ain't it? Metallurgic infusing factory, right? And then we're going to have to work on the sand portion, which can actually go above us. And I think for now, we'll probably just grab a handful of the industrial foregoing stonework factories, just to make it a little bit simpler. So we don't have to make a cobble gen or anything. We can just crush it immediately from that stuff. Okay, so let's configure this. So on the bottom side, we are going extra. On the back side, we're going to do input. Actually, I guess we could just do... We have to have a side for output, so I'm kind of trying to think. If we were to do the power in the back, we may want to do the sand in the back as well. So let's do input there and then output top. So what that'll do for us is we will be able to then pipe the sand and energy in the back using the universal pipes. Looks like we may need a handful more of these. Okay, so let's knock out the wall here. Let's get rid of the chunk boundaries here real fast too. So if we were to just come down here and do pipes. Okay. And then we were to get a stonework factory. So we got 3 of them. Let's go for 5. I don't actually want to craft 5. Hold on. My mistake. I only want 2. And then a flux network. Toggle that on. Pipe wrench. Ultimate. Okay. And then we're going to do stoneworks. I do know that I will have the same problem with these because I'm going to pipe out of the bottom of them, and they will not be able to provide power to that using the universal, so we're just going to have to place down some energy pipes and re-energize these here real quick. Okay. Okay, let me slow down the jetpack here. Okay, so we also need to quickly turn these to extract mode. You know, I've been looking at a lot of the content from the most recent snapshots, and it keeps this. So what I've noticed in the last few years with data packs, especially, is they are pushing really hard with data packs. And I'm wondering if they are going to do a like marketplace type of situation with them. And it's like I know people are like they'll never do that to Java, but it's like honestly, I wouldn't put it past them at this point because it just seems like they are adding so much stuff that genuinely has only ever been in like modded Minecraft or very complicated, very complicated data packs. And so it really makes you think either data packs are technically their official mod support, or they're going to make a marketplace and kind of create like an editor or like code base thing that is exclusive to data pack creators like they did with marketplace, which I don't know if they would do that specifically, but I feel like they're going to sometime in the future come out and say, hey, here's the official mod support we talked about years and years ago. Because data packs are becoming extremely more powerful with the new content update of the enchantments being able to be added, and also the what do you call it, the painting editions and stuff. There's gonna be a lot of things that are just straight up like way more useful with data packs because you can do enchantments and stuff. So like for example, my mods, the night vision enchant and stuff, it's probably like a 5-10 minute thing you could do in a data pack now. Like that is cool and all, but it's like it doesn't feel great to have the ability to do that without really having to go through installing Forge Mod Loader. But I just might sound a little jealous, right? But you know, it's just a strange time we live in with Minecraft. I know they're doing a lot of questionable things. I think they were talking about how, I was hearing somebody talk about how you're not going to be able to use like Minecraft in your titles and stuff, but I don't believe that's true. I think a lot of the things where that comes from are, I know there's a lot of resources out there to do data packs. I know I was looking at Slice Lime's video. He is actually a Mojang employee. And so there was actually code snippets and stuff he was showing of how to add enchantments and things. And so, because I've always been a Forge or Fabric developer, I've never went into data packs. Because data packs aren't complicated. It's just you have to know the specifics to actually create them, right? That's the biggest thing. Where I don't know where in the world that stuff's trying to go because it's not going to go in here. But yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of scared that they're going to do that. In all honesty, I don't know how much better Java would be if they were to do like a marketplace type of situation because I feel like it would create a lot of hostility towards Mojang just because it's never been known for that. And I mean, I personally don't think it'd be a good idea to do that. It'd be like a Skyrim creation club type thing. I mean, I could. I would just have to take time and do it. The problem is I don't have time. A lot of my mods I have not updated for like 1.20.4. Yeah. It's one of those things. I would love to, but it probably wouldn't look pretty. No, or be done correctly enough, right? But yeah, like custom enchants and stuff. I think once it actually releases, there's going to be a lot of stuff you could do with it. Adding like night vision enchants straight up. You could add, saturation effect. I think saturation might be a little bit more difficult because you'd have to create your own custom potion effect and yada yada. But I wish I could. It's the problem being the breadwinner of the family, right? Like running into that. I forgot that's how you make rock wool. Yeah, I really don't. I don't want them to do anything close to that because if they do, it is going to kill Java faster. And I mean, they're already killing it. I mean, because I was talking about the whole fact that they're like, there's people worried that you're not going to be able to put Minecraft in your title and yada yada. The only reason they have that is because if you were to put Minecraft in your title and it was to be derogatory or defamatory towards Mojang or just kind of like crude and rude kind of situation where it's just like, hey, that's, not a good thing to be saying. That would be where they're going to be like, hey, yeah, you are a piece of crap. You can't have Mojang in your title. It's not going to be that whole thing where you're going to be not able to do that. You just got to genuinely be making content that they find child friendly, which first off, I could not care about child friendly content. A lot of my videos they are not like they are family friendly compared to a lot of other content creators, but it's like I don't care whenever it comes to like live streams and stuff because honestly, it's hard to do that 24/7. I'll be honest with that one. It is hard to be family friendly all the time, especially when you're live because you kind of forget sometimes and things slip. So, but yeah, I feel like Mojang is very slowly killing it. I mean, it's been killing it for years, but it's kind of speeding that process up if they do anything with data packs like that. Yeah, I mean, have you seen the Lord Dark's video where I think I was talking in the first one and I kept cussing. I did not realize I was doing it that much, but that's okay. Okay, so now we just need to turn this on, turn that on, and that should be good. So we probably want to just get a handful of add-ons. Let's see, water. Okay, and then lava. And then lava. Okay, and then add-ons. We need to get, let's say 16, 16, and 16. But I don't know. All right, like, because people are like, they won't ever do that. Because I've commented on a few of the snapshot videos just to kind of get people's opinions on something like that. And a lot of people are like, they'll never do it. And it's just like, I never thought they were gonna monetize Bedrock as much as they did, but guess what they did? Like, you genuinely will never know until it happens. That is gonna be the thing. It's like there's gonna be a select few people that know about it and have like NDAs and stuff, so you won't hear about it until it's done. But that's gonna be it. I mean, like, it's not gonna be pretty when it happens. I feel like it's gonna be a lot of people pulling away from Minecraft in general. And I mean, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe, there'll be somebody out there, a community that will actually make a better version of this game in a sense. I mean, we've been waiting on Hytale for years, right? I don't think a lot of people know what Hytale is anymore, honestly. But and that game was supposed to be out almost probably a decade ago now, and it's still nowhere to be seen. Why are you not gaining power? I guess you're like stagnant though, so it's okay. All right, sorry, my fiance came into the room there. Um, but yeah, I could go on hours and hours about the things that Mojang does that just make me question everything. I mean, what they're doing with Bedrock and adding hardcore and all that stuff. It's an absolute joke, but the reason they're doing that is most likely because they can make it look more appealing to children. And once they make it look appealing enough, they don't really have to do the work because kids are going to be like, kids are going to not complain about it on the internet, right? Like, I mean, that's a horrible thing. Kids won't complain about it, but what are you going to do, right? Like, is this having that issue where it won't push to every single one of these guys for some reason? Genuinely don't know why this is not actually like pushing to every one of these guys, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. Yeah, because this is full and it's not pushing to any. Oh, you know why? Because I haven't configure carded this, right? Duh. Honestly, I don't know if a lot of kids play Minecraft anymore. I mean, I've heard a lot more kids playing Roblox and stuff similar to that in the last few years. Well, I mean, it's like what Bethesda did with Skyrim at the end. I mean, because you got to think about it. Technically, like Curse, Forge, and Moderanth, they host data packs and things like that. And it's just like a lot of that stuff's monetized, but it's not monetized to the point where you have to actually purchase crap. And I'm fine with that, right? Because I mean, I've made money off of Curse Forge. I mean, I think I've made only like $100 over the last few years, but it's still money nevertheless, right? So, I don't know. It's good because a lot of people can make a living off of it, and I think that's fantastic because if you don't have the ability to go out and work a normal job, a normal 9 to 5, or you are and you just love doing that kind of stuff in the side, it's, you know, a couple $100 here and there, or a couple, you know, dollars here and there. It helps. I mean, genuinely, the that does help, and it's one of those things where people don't think you can make a lot off of it. But of course, I mean, like the people who make JEI, or, you know, the people who make Pam's Harvest Craft, and, you know, mods like that, you know, they make a lot of money just because it's a very, very used mod, right? But where that gets complicated, though, is it's like JEI. It's not one guy. It was back whenever he first made it, but I mean, there's so many contributors and stuff to that thing. It's not even funny. So not gonna take this. Let's just do. There it goes. Mossy cobblestone. What in the world? Okay, mossy cobblestone. So we should be able to start getting dirt. Let's go down to that bottom floor. I don't actually have a share point down there, so I'm just going to have to elevator for the rest. Okay, so... yeah, we're just pushing in dirt. We have 97,000. So we should still be getting... we should get a decent amount. Of course, this is going to be a slow process if we did mystical agriculture or something like that. Yeah. Well, it's like, I think that's one of the things with a lot of games nowadays is like Fallout 76. And this is going to be an example, just a general game that I've been playing. It's like, I honestly, whenever that game released, I was kind of one of those people. I was like, I know it's going to be crap, and I played it. I think during like a free weekend one time. I think it was like months after launch, and it was still pretty broken. But it's like, I enjoyed the game. But the problem is they're like, hey, you could pay real money to get a subscription to like the Fallout first, or you can get you can get repair kits and stuff. It's like once you start doing that for a game that you at launch had no monetization, it's like that is scummy. I don't like that. And it's like, even though that game is, you know, still not the greatest in the world, it's just dumb fun. But I don't like when games do that. I don't like when games are like, they're not transparent, right? And I mean, I think honestly, if this game was still in Notch's hands, I think the game could potentially be worse off than it already is. Because I think with the power that was given to them by Microsoft, genuinely they were able to improve a lot of the game's internal structure. But I think they could have improved it more if they didn't waste time and make Windows 10 edition. You know, things like that, where it's like, there's a lot of just straight up questions that I have where it's like, why would you make this decision over this, you know, kind of thing. And it's like, I feel like the updates and stuff don't have as much passion as you know, whenever Notch was at the head of it. But I also feel like we wouldn't have Minecraft Legends and Minecraft Dungeons and crap like that nobody genuinely cared about, like month after release of those games. Because I played Minecraft Legends. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't that enjoyable either, because it got tiring after a little while. Yeah. Well, and it's like, like, for me, the AAA gaming, that's just a joke anymore. And it's just like, I mean, I've seen a lot of games. I mean, like Star Citizen, you know, that's one of those games that's never going to get fully released. That thing's a joke. But people still buy into it, and that's the problem. Is you've got games like that where they're never going to come out of development, but you're like 10, 20,000 plus dollar add-ons, and people actually buy them. Like, right, and that doesn't make any sense. And then, of course, you've got games like Call of Duty where you go spend $100 plus on it, and then you can just turn around and go spend, hundreds of dollars on skins and stuff that you don't really see other than in the menus. Like, cool, fantastic. You're the problem. Going and buying that kind of stuff. That's the reason people still, like, companies actually add that stuff nowadays. How do we get in stone here? So endstone might be the best with mystical agriculture, it looks like. Or maybe this method. But how much do we need? So we need like 431,000 dirt. That is a crap ton of dirt. I don't know if that's even going to be. Honestly, I don't really know because a lot of the games I play are crap. No. Uh, like I play Skyrim, of course, because I'm making that build in Craftiverse. Um, I play Fallout 76 every once in a blue moon, New World. I've played I played Call of Duty, but I haven't played it since Modern Warfare 1. No, Modern Warfare 2 after they, made the $70 DLC. But yeah, I mostly play this. Honestly, I've spent way too much time in Minecraft. A lot of time in Minecraft. Hmm. But I don't even know, because what I think the problem is like whenever I have time to play games, I don't really play that much. Like genuinely, I don't know. It's one of those weird things when you get older. You think you play a lot of games, but then you're like, man, I don't really play much. I think I've been playing Helldivers. No, I've never played Phasmophobia. It's mostly because I don't have friends. I'm gonna be like super honest. I don't really do have a lot of friends. I was gonna say I don't really do friends, but that doesn't sound right. So I don't have a lot of friends and people to play with, and a lot of people find me annoying after a while. So that's just me. Okay, so end stone. And I've been voiding a lot of end stone. I know that because I didn't think I would need it. Turns out I was wrong. Per blocks? I don't have per blocks. Went too far. Well, we are, but we've never played games together, though. But I'm also just terrible at like corresponding with people and actually, saying, "Hey, you want to play a game?" I'm terrible at a lot of things in life, though. That's okay. On another note, though, I've actually officially monetized my channel, which some people may be like, "Oh, why'd you do that?" But it's like, I mean, I've made like 97 cents. I'm making it, man, making it to the world. I'm not disappointed by that. I think it's just hilarious to see how absolutely pitiful it is unless you get like a pretty decent group of followings. Because like I saw Relatable's video, how it had like 700 views, and then you've got mine that has like 200. I thought that was hilarious. I don't like I'm not comparing my content to his, but I just thought that was great. But it's also because I don't do like 10, 15-minute videos. I think his was about 20. Mine are usually 30, 40 minutes long. And I'm going to keep that as long as I can because I don't really prefer content that's super rushed. You know, because I'm not Russian. I'm just kidding. That's a terrible joke. Yeah. Because I think I don't, did you put tags on your videos? I know it's like super weird, but I checked the metadata of your first video and I didn't see any tags. That's a really weird thing, ain't it? That you can check the metadata of people's videos. It's actually how I do a lot of the tags and stuff, is I go off of more popular people and see what they're doing. Because if you do that, then you actually have like some foothold. Where did I put this thing? Did I not replace it? Yeah, tags are important. Mostly for just searching. My biggest thing is like putting like Minecraft in the version on a lot of the videos. I don't really do anything else unless I'm using like Fabric or whatever, because then that does pull in people that are like, oh, it's a Fabric thing. But in reality, it's like performance mods. What? Stupid cave Enderman. Oh, it's Savannah. Why in the world is there a Savannah? There ain't no Savannah near me. What in the hell? Okay. I ain't gonna question it even. Yeah. Because, and what you can do too is if you ever wanted to like look at like relatables tags or something, is you just go into, I think it's called like YouTube metadata, and you can just copy somebody's video link and you can look through and see if they have tags. That's what I did with yours. But yeah, there's a lot of things like minute things like that where it's like you really don't think it helps, but it does. And I think one of those things where a lot of people are like, "Oh, I just put them in my description." That actually doesn't help. There's a lot of news articles and a lot of bigger YouTubers that actually talk about that, and they say it does not help a single bit because it's not looking for those. That's why the tag section exists. I remember whenever I was a lot smaller in the content creation space where people were like, you don't need them in your tag section. It's just like it's literally like the point of it. Yeah, it's like end cards, all of that stuff. But I know like thumbnails are one of the biggest things. If you make an interesting thumbnail, my problem is I don't make interesting thumbnails. Now, from what a lot of people say is they don't. I mean, I've never fully tested it in my thing, but I mean, I've, just looking at other channels and stuff, there's no real point to doing that, especially in the title. I think some people even do that. It's always just a good idea to throw them in the tag section. Yeah, it's like I know the, and I don't know what's happening, but I've been looking at my recommended a lot and seeing like a lot of small content creators, Minecraft content creators. And I think one of my things is with a lot of those people, they never go anywhere. And a lot of it is because it is so damn difficult to actually grow. And it's like, I'm not like complaining or anything, but it's genuinely one of the hardest things to do. I mean, my channel has been active for what, 3, 4 years now. And I've only started posting what back in 2022, like regularly. And so it's like, it took fucking a long, drawn out process to even get to 1,000. You know, so it's like, I think over the years, I've kind of gotten the sense of style that I want to go for. And I think whenever you go into it, a lot of people try and figure everything out at the beginning, but that's where you screw yourself. Because if you always try and hit that goal or that end goal, you're going to just shaft yourself. Because at the end of the day, if you just keep trying to strive for that, and if it starts falling behind, like you set a timeline or whatever, you're gonna get more and more burned out if you force yourself. Ask me how I know that. But it's definitely one of those things where you got to make sure you're taking care of yourself and genuinely whatever people say. Yeah. And I don't know. I think one of those things I've never done this myself because I genuinely cut it out 90% of my videos where I'm like, if you could please leave a like and subscribe. It's like I personally hate that, but I know psychologically that actually does help because then people are more drawn to do something like that. So it's like doing that at the beginning or middle point is a good idea. Don't do it at the end most of the time because people don't make it to the end of your videos 90% of the time. Like anybody's. I mean, that's just genuinely how you would want to frame the video. It's one of those weird things. Yeah, and it's always one of those strange things to me where a lot of like the content gets a lot of views, but then nobody does subscribe. And it's like part of me is like, man, if I just go out there and be like, hey, you guys subscribe, like the video, so I know what you guys like and things like that. It's just I can't bring myself ethically to do that because I kind of feel like a scumbag. Because like I do this for free, you know. I throw the monetization on there. It ain't gonna make me squat for until I probably hit 5,000, 10,000 subscribers. And so I know that, but it's just like I'm weird. I genuinely don't know why I can't bring myself to do it. I think I may have done it once or twice and actually left it in, but it's usually at the right end of the video. I got a dragon head. Okay. But I think actually we've been going for about an hour and hold on, let me just do this. I don't even care. One of the things that I strive for in my channel is complete and utter transparency in a sense. Let me see. Doodly doo. Where in the world is it? Let me just quickly switch this to this monitor. So it's like one of the things that this is like 365. I ain't leaving just yet because I want to talk about this. So one of the things I've noticed is like this, for example, this video has over 10,000 views. And if I click on this video to just kind of look at the actual estimated anything, hey, this video's made me 7 cents. Score. No, I'm just kidding. You know, but yeah, because if you look at this, they're like compared to the views, this it just has a terrible retention rate, right? And the thing is like people actually want to see this content, but the problem is, of course, I don't want to make this content because this mod pack sucked. But you know, it's one of those things. Kind of just this is kind of even for somebody at 1,000, right? You run into a lot of that where it's you think you're doing decent and your videos are getting views and stuff, but they out of a lot of the things you can see 2 minutes. And I mean, that's kind of throughout all of these videos, even though some of these videos aren't that even that long. Like this one, it's like 48 seconds. This video is short as can be, right? And if I even bring this down to the last 28 days even, you can see that it does dwindle quite a lot. And there's some old mod videos that are on here. But yeah. Oh, I made a whole $1.91. I'm going to get myself a McChicken, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah. I don't know. It's one of those things. It really depends on the quality and the thumbnails and all of that different stuff. Because I'm a prime example of being like mediocre with thumbnails, being not interesting enough to click on if you had options between like more more of like relatable gaming's thumbnails versus mine. Most likely you'd click on his, and that's just an outright like truth, right? Because his do genuinely look better. And that is, something that I personally don't have a lot of time to put into it, but I also don't have the money to get into something like Photoshop or, things like that. I use GIMP, which is that free video or free editing software. And it's like, I mean, I've done a lot of back end work, which most people will never see because it's like, setting up simple voice chat separation from Minecraft, the Minecraft audio, which Q, we still need to get onto that and see if you can get that set up. But yeah, things like that. It's real weird. It's real interesting. But overall, I mean, I don't really shoot for numbers. I shoot more for stuff I enjoy because I feel like if I enjoy it, then other people are going to over time. And, that's what matters to me. Because I don't want to release something that I hate. I've done that actually several times where I just completely like redo a video or just be like, hey, yeah, I shot a video, hated it. I'll talk about what I did and then we'll move on. Because I'm like that. I don't like doing things like that. So, it's one of those many things. Yeah, you can see here's the only 104, 145. Yeah, I know I'm pretty much available Saturday and Sunday. That's the only time that I'm available. Ooh, look at that. The S&P has made me 11 cents Q. It's also gotten me 4 subscribers, things like that. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't really mind looking at statistics and stuff, even on stream. I think I did a video last year, the end of last year, beginning of this year, where we went over this stuff, and I'll do that again at the end of this year to kind of like show revenue and the most popular videos and stuff like that, just to kind of see. Because honestly, a lot of the money I'm not going to be spending towards myself or anything. It's all going to go towards the channel. I need to, yeah. And so a lot of that money and stuff is going to go towards the channel directly, whether that be with getting better equipment for my office or more better video editing software, because I still have the like free version of DaVinci. The paid version is significantly better and also gives you a little bit more perks and stuff, and I think that's like $300. So that's kind of one of the goals. But anyway, we're gonna wrap this up here. I need to actually record a video for tomorrow. It may be coming out late. That's been a very common thing. And actually, it may not even come out tomorrow. It may come out some other time. I also still need episode 2 to be edited for Craftiverse. But for the most part, there's a lot of things I need to do. So I gotta head off for tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you. I'll see you, Q. Hit me up whenever you have time on Saturday or Sunday and we'll get you going. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay awesome. And I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.